Okay. All right. So I think we're live now, and I just want to say hello to everybody. And if anybody's watching, I want to say thank you for watching. This is a live family constellation. It's in the format of a tabletop, which means it's done on a tabletop or a flat surface with objects that represent certain things. Okay, so you'll kind of get it as we get into it, like the idea of a tabletop constellation. And I've been doing these every Thursday morning for a few, I don't know, 2 or 3 months now, and I'm open to continuing them if I have anyone who wants to do one. So if anybody wants a free family constellation, contact me. I'm going to leave my contact in the description. And it will be on Thursday morning. Typically, I do them at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, but today I'm doing it at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time because I'm with Fiona in Australia, and it's actually 5 a.m. in the morning there, and it's cold and it's hot here, so because I'm in California. Anyway, and I just want to ask that everybody watches with reverence and holds good space, because this is the real deal. It's not a staged anything. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to come up. I don't even know Fiona. She's in my class, but I don't. And we just had a little chat. But Fiona, do you want to introduce yourself? Just say who you are, where you are.
Yeah. So hi everybody, I'm Fiona. I live in Lutruwita, Tasmania. I live at a place called Mount Fields, so underneath a beautiful big mountain, and there's a river as well, and there's the largest flowering gums in the world here and the most beautiful waterfalls. So like I'm super lucky, an hour out of Hobart, which you might know that, so right down the bottom of Australia. And yeah, just super excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. And just to recap how you knew me, you said you actually found out about me from a friend.
Yeah, so my beautiful friend Steph Jagger, who is Canadian, but she's in, I think, Bainbridge on an island. So like we've always connected in really interesting ways and known her for decades. And I was a ski instructor once in one lifetime. And she was also did this thing where she skied all around the world and did a great record. So we knew each other from like skiing days, or kind of like through the grapevine. And then she wrote a book. I love the book. We'd kind of been on very similar paths around a lot of things. And then her mother got diagnosed with dementia. It was really difficult, as it always is. Like losing anybody to dementia is really long and hard. And she came and see you, Sara, and I think that was life-changing for her in a lot of ways. And I have had some like book coaching and things by her. And yeah, well, just one day out of the blue, I must have mentioned horses and all the things, because I've always had horses. Horses are a part of me. And she's like, oh, you should connect with Sara, and gave me your details. And then I jump online and you have all these courses that early birds about to like, stop. So I just jump online and manically buy all your stuff. And then here I am. So here I am, all in as usual. Yeah,
No, that's great. I mean, I really love finding out how people found out about me and their connections, because Stephanie, I haven't seen her in a few years. It was a few years ago that she came.
Yeah, before COVID. Yeah,
and I've met her twice, because she came the first time to be a demo for an article in Vice that I was doing.
yes,
Or they were
yeah,
doing on me, and that's how I met her. And that was in like 2015, I think, or 14.
yeah. So it's funny because we've all been circling like eagles for a long time. It's just that she only just dropped that she'd met you like a couple of weeks ago. So I'm like, how did you not mention this to me before? Like,
yeah, I mean, that's great that
well,
she remembered, even, like, it's
No, like she actually wrote a whole chapter in her book about it, I'm pretty sure. But the publishers, it was going to just get the book a bit too long-winded, and I think it was just a little bit too out there to begin the book. So like she has this chapter still that she just doesn't know what to do with, but it was like life-changing for her.
Oh wow. Yeah. So that's the word, family constellation. Like
Family constellation.
Yeah, looking at the family system and getting information and different perspectives. But
It
okay,
really helped her healing journey for sure.
great. That's really good to know and to hear about. I appreciate you telling me that. And
Yeah.
hello, Stephanie, if you ever watch this
Yeah.
video.
Hello, Stash Jagger.
So, are you ready?
Yes,
Fiona?
I am ready. Ready.
Okay, so I know you just woke up and everything, and but you're awake, right? Yeah,
I'm
you're
very
awake.
much awake. I'm
Yeah.
100% awake. I get up at like 4:30 every day, so it's not a big deal for me.
Okay, good.
I go to
Okay.
bed at 7, so I'm one of those people.
Yeah, I'm like that too. I'm the same.
Yeah. I was doing this massive hike, so I was like dead to it all night as well. So yesterday I walked 23 k's in the mountains, so I was like going to get a good night's sleep.
Oh wow. Wow.
Yeah, magic.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you have an intention for today?
Yes, I do have an intention, and my intention is, let's make sure it's the same. My intention is, Sarah, like we have a lot of wobbly constellation in our family. So like my grandfather's missing. There's a lot of missing children and children that were never accounted for. And I'm one of 5 girls, and that's the ones I know about. So imagine the constellation would be massive. And then I don't really know who my grandfather is, my blood grandfather. And I'm 40, nearly 42 years old. So like, it's just such a mess at times, and it's created a lot of wobbliness in myself a lot, even though I live a very grounded life. It's still been the greatest difficulty of my life is like, how do I navigate like with these mother-father issues, with these grandparents, with all this ancestral trauma, and like, who am I in this story? So like my intention is to have like more certainty around like who I am in that story.
All right, so more certainty around who you are in that story of
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
relationship
like, who am
between
I?
you and your
Yeah.
parents and your grandparents and the ancestral trauma. Right?
Yes. Yeah. And what role am I playing? Because like that role has like changed a lot. Like who I am in those relationships has been like, I've shape shifted more in that relationship than I have anywhere in the world. And I'm a shapeshifter generally. So it's interesting that like in my family unit, like how much I've changed and the dynamics have changed, and like just the conflict and all the things that that's brought up over the years. But I guess the impact on me as well, like on a soul level, has been hard.
Okay, and where are you in that lineup of the women in your siblings?
Well, that I know of, I'm the second youngest of 5 girls.
Okay, so you say of what I know of, and is that because your parents have had other relationships, or they were in relationships before they got married? Like, tell me that story.
This is my relationship to New Zealand. So like my father and mother got married like super duper young, like 18, 19. They'd only known each other for 6 weeks, and they're still together, which is
Oh,
bloody
wow.
miracle. But before my father met mum properly, they lived in a small town in Sydney, Australia, and in Hawkesbury River region, which is very much like here actually. So dad had a fling with a Catholic woman, and she got pregnant, and he went to New Zealand and skied. This is where our skiing comes in. And then like he came back, and then Margaret was pregnant, and dad knocked on the door and said, "Margaret, are you sure that's not my child?" And she said, "No, it's John's." And dad was like doing the maths in his head, like there's no way that could be John's baby. But then dad just like accepts it because it's like 1970, and then like just goes off, marries mum, and then has formal girls. Doesn't tell anyone. Mum doesn't tell anybody. And we have this sister, this half sister that looks like me in this hometown. We all know who she is, but no one's told us that she's our sister. And Dad doesn't tell us until I'm 21 years old that I've got a sister. And it was just like a massive cataclysmic event for all of us, because we're like looking like we live this Cinderella life and we have horses and like playing all these roles. And then Dad just spits out that like what you think your life is was never that. And it kind of just created all kinds of drama. It's like Bold and Beautiful for like, you know, there's a lot of long, wild stories, but like 5 girls finding out, you know, and she has a very chaotic life, generally very hard, chaotic life, and lost her mom to brain cancer. Like, it's just massive stories. She had the BRCA gene, lost a sister to ovarian cancer. So there's just a lot of trauma.
But her sister wasn't your dad's. Right.
But she died at 33. She had everything removed. So Leanne had a breast, uterus, everything removed, and she's 48 now, and her mother died of brain cancer. Right. She was adopted. There's all these stories of adoption, about like abortions, like the whole family line is just full of this stuff.
Okay, so when you say you have 5 siblings, or there are 5 siblings, that what?
There's 5, so I have 5 girls living.
What?
Living,
right, including you. Who's dead then?
Well, I don't know, because like my parents don't talk about it now. Like, so it's like if I ask them, like they're just like that, they wouldn't talk to me about it. So
you mean
like
your mom had a miscarriage or an abortion or anything?
I have no idea, because I've asked her and she wouldn't answer me. Like I don't know, but I know like her mom was like not wanting to have children as well. Like we come from a long lineage of mothers that are like merino ewes, like that, like are really bad mothers generally, and they have babies and they don't really want them and they fail to thrive. So like I come from a long lineage of that, and I have Aboriginal background on my father's side. So like stolen generation, no one really knows that the Aboriginal, like on all fronts, like it's such a messy, wild story.
Okay, I lost you when you said the mothers didn't want to have kids, but they have kids, and then something else you said after that.
Yeah, so like my mothers were really shit mothers in a lot of ways. So like, yeah, like with so, and even like through my mum's line. So like they had kids, but whether or not they should have been mothers is questionable. And like, so we would call that postnatal depression, bipolar. Like, so that's the lineage of mothering.
Okay, so slow down. So that's a lot.
Yeah, I know, but like it's such a big story and we've got 45 minutes. So I'm just like, you know, this is my life is like.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm not worried about the time.
Okay.
So much can happen in the time, but I'm absorbing everything you're saying, and I want to hear everything, and I'm missing some of it because you're talking fast.
So big. Yeah, and I'm so fast. Yeah.
And but I don't want to miss any details. No. And so what I heard is that you come from a lineage of shit mothers.
Yeah.
That really something in bipolar. What was the thing you said before?
Postnatal depression would be a part of it. Okay. Love addiction, like it's not fun stuff for a child to be brought up.
Is that your diagnosis?
No, definitely not. Like I haven't had any children. I don't have bipolar. I don't have any mental illness.
I mean, is that what did you diagnose your mom as that and your grandma?
Well, they weren't diagnosing mothers in the 70s with postnatal depression.
Okay, so that's your opinion. That's what I'm trying to get.
I would say if you asked all of my sisters, they would agree with me.
Okay, so as far as the children are concerned, your mother suffered from postnatal depression and bipolar.
Mum says that too. Mum would say that.
Okay.
But postnatal depression, that kind of expressed as more like a bipolar mother.
Okay.
Yeah. And just so you know, it was very up and down, very wild.
The grandfather who's missing. On what side?
That's dad's side. So dad had a dad who thought he was his dad. Did a DNA test and found out that actually wasn't his dad recently, like a year or two ago.
And is your grandma still alive?
I know she died with like millions of secrets, like in 2006.
So there's no one that can verify, and is there any records or anything like that? No. Okay. And
There's and there is a few ideas, but like when we've gone to the next step, like sisters have gone to the next step, and like because actually some of my sisters do this for a job, which is interesting. So when I've gone like the next step to like ask him, like it's either crickets or like massive drama, like so it's hard to really know, like because these people are like, crickets, like silence, radio silence. So like you'll send them an email and then you get nothing back.
Okay, you mean when you're trying to find out like your history, your lineage? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, because kind of little Nan, which is dad's mum, slept with a lot of people, and she actually had a mental health illness and actually went to a mental hospital. So like she had like a lot of issues at my age, her 40s. Actually, a lot of the women had issues in their 40s. And like they would start off all these like bipolar episodes or like dissociation, and this is real life stuff. So like they were actually diagnosed with this, and then alcoholism, and kind of like their world kind of crumbled at 40.
Okay. So I just want to say this though, but you are sitting in front of me now.
Perfect. Yeah. Perfectly mentally sane.
40 something. You said 40?
42 in March the 4th.
Okay. Right. So just want to clarify that you're here, not in front of me, but you're on the screen, present.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So the reason I say that is because of everything you said about as far as...
Yeah, it's unsettling.
What?
It's unsettling.
Right. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of going over your head a bit, but...
Because I don't want to leave it. I don't want to live in it right now. Like, so I know the story. I don't really want to feel it.
Feel what?
Feel the bigness of that.
That you're here and you're present?
Well, just all of it. Like okay. I want to feel that I'm here, but like in that mess. Because I don't live it, like I don't talk about it like every day, so it's like not right there. But like when I talk about it, it feels there.
So what I'm hearing is that you felt that you had this idyllic life, and now you're discovering that it wasn't so idyllic because of like this sibling that you didn't know that you had, and that your dad had an affair, and it was all hush hush, and then she was adopted, but it's in the same hometown, and then you find out that your grandfather wasn't your real grandfather. Your father found out just recently, and so all of this kind of, I think you said in the beginning, ancestral trauma, like you're feeling it and it's very unsettling. Is that correct?
Perfect.
Okay. So where I'm going to go with this, because I'm assuming you haven't had a constellation before.
No, never.
Okay. All right, Fiona. So what I'm want to do is set up you and your parents. So it's like you, your mum and dad.
Yeah.
Can you do that? So you're going to pick
with objects.
What?
With objects.
Yeah. Anything, as long as they're around the same size. They don't have to be exactly the same size. Okay. But yeah, did you watch any of my others? Like, did you kind of see?
Yeah, I watched. I didn't watch the abortion one, but I watched that beautiful girl with the curly hair, and she was like had mother-father issues. Well, we all kind of do, but like that's what I belong, maybe, or something like, or I can be me, I think it was.
Oh yeah, I think I remember. Oh yeah, the Devon, I think.
Yeah.
I can't remember who that was.
Yeah. I can't remember her name.
Well, yeah, so you get the idea. You get the idea of like the objects and the surface, right?
Yeah, get it. Yeah.
Okay.
So mum and dad. I'm picking a mum and dad out of objects.
You're picking you, your mom, and your dad. So 3
objects.
Me too.
Okay, great.
Yeah. This specific, I'm talking to everybody now, Fiona, but this specific constellation is like a primary constellation, and it's symbolized on my YouTube channel with the 3 circles, and each circle represents mother, father, child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got
Okay.
it.
All right. Do you want to lower the camera?
Yeah, for sure. Let's see if we can get these. Wait, I'll just make sure the light's really bad, but I can also move it over. I've got a light here. I don't think you can see that. So hang on.
Oh yeah, no, that's good. I can see.
Can you?
I don't know if you need the light. You need the light?
No, casting too many shadows.
That's fine. Yeah, that's good. But I can't actually. There you go. There's wrinkles in the fabric, so it's hard to see.
Yeah. Wait, I've got a non. Maybe the tiles are better. Maybe you can just see it on the sandstone. Hang on.
Yeah, that might be better. Yeah.
Just didn't know like what I picked, if you could even see it. Hang on.
It's nice to have a boundary, but this.
Yeah. Well, my family has no boundaries, so it's probably best we don't. Yeah.
All right. So tell me who's who.
So I am this one, this pink eye card. It's a piece of card. And this is Mom. She's like tweezers.
Okay.
That is this breakable like thing, swinging object. I don't actually know what that is.
You don't know what it is?
It's like a piece of it's a piece of tile, ceramic tile, and it hangs. Yeah,
it's like an ornament or something.
Someone gave it to me, so I'm not sure what it is, but I just picked that out. So that's
okay.
Dad, Mum, and me is the paper with the eye.
And I just have a question about the card, the eye.
Yeah, this eye.
Is that from a deck of cards?
Yeah, I don't know. It says just on the back. Well, it's got like an Aboriginal rainbow on it, and so it must be like a chakra card deck. Chakras.
Oh, okay. What does it say on the back then?
Act. Use your intuition to back up your logical thought.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Use your what?
It says sit, consider your feelings and where your gut leads you. Act.
Act.
Act. But I didn't read that. I just picked it up the front.
Okay. ACT.
Act. Act, as in acted out. Act. Take action.
ACT, right?
Yeah, ACT. Act.
Okay. Got it. So I imagine that's the third eye, probably.
They all have eyes on them. So all of them have that on the front, but they have different on the back.
Oh, okay. So you don't know what chakra it is?
No, this one wasn't a chakra. This was like an action chakra card. I don't know. Actually, I don't even know how it worked. I've never used them. I just picked this up.
So it looks like there's a moon on it, and then an eye.
There's a crescent moon and an eyeball that's very clear, and she's got a green eye like me, like hazel green eye. And there's a crescent moon and 3 stars, and she's also a petal with really long eyelashes.
Okay, got it. All right. And where is she looking? Where are you looking? In what direction?
Straight in my eyeballs now.
Is what?
So her eye looks in my eyeball, so we see eye to eye. She's looking up at me in my eyes.
Okay, so this is why I need a boundary on the constellation, like underneath, because I want it to be inclusive on the ground. So meaning that we are the observer, but they're not necessarily aware of us.
Oh, okay, right. We just need to back away. Okay, got it.
So would you as a representative, as the card, be looking at you in your direction? Be looking in your direction?
Yeah, straight up in the air at me.
But the
Straight
other
up.
people, yeah, other people are not looking, they're looking out, like way out that way.
Okay, where's your mum looking?
Mum's looking like way over, like up and out over that side. And dad's
Okay.
looking out and down over that side. No
Okay.
one's looking at me.
So your parents are looking away from each other.
Yeah, like the furthest, like north. So if that was like east west, so they're looking like that way.
Got it. Got it.
Mhm.
And you're looking up.
At me, like really intensely.
Okay. Okay. So
Up and at me.
so the tweezers, if that had a face, right? If the face was on
Yeah.
a tweezer, can you move the object so it's like looking at? There you go. That helps me visually.
Yeah, of course.
Can you do the same for your dad?
Well, dad's a circle, but dad would be like, if this is his eyeball and his nose, it'll be like that. Like one is east and one is west, and
Okay.
I'm north.
Okay. So there's a sense of you kind of being in the middle.
Oh, well, I'm in the child, yeah.
Like visually, you know, like you're looking up, they're looking out.
Yeah, and I'm always in the middle, yeah, for sure. That's my life.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Yeah, that would be me. That's my life, in the middle.
That's your life, in the middle?
Yeah, in a family context.
Between you and your mum, between your mum and dad, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. How is that for you, Fiona?
I don't want to be in the middle.
Right. Right.
But I was born in the middle, so like that's just my role. That was my role.
Yeah, but you were born as a middle child though, right?
Yeah.
You weren't born between your mum and dad.
Yeah, I was born as a middle child in my family. Yeah. Born into them, from them. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And I just want you to, if you can, if it's comfortable enough, can you just touch the object that's your dad?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then just take a breath and just feel into your body and tell me how you feel.
Dad's just like totally sad and disconnected.
Totally sad and what?
Very disconnected to himself.
So you are connecting to your father. It's as though you are looking outside of your dad, like you are in the role of your dad. You understand?
I am sad and disconnected.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Okay. And how do you feel in your body?
Just very anxiously depressed, if that could be possible.
Anxiously depressed.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now go to your mom
Yeah.
and tell me how it feels there in the role of your mom now.
Now, like today.
Right now, as you're touching your
As I'm touching it. Mom, I'm feeling like empty.
feels empty.
Like emptied.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is
Just
your mom, put your hand back there.
Huh.
Is your mom aware of you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm big. I'm really big. So yeah, she does feel me. Yes. I'm big today. She would feel me. Yes.
Okay, good. All right. Now put your hand on you.
This girl. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You're just dropping in.
Yeah.
How does it feel and what do you notice?
It feels too big.
Feels too big. Like
Way.
like you're too big or it's too big.
Just the whole thing is too big.
And how is that for you?
Overwhelming.
Overwhelming. Are you breathing?
Yeah.
All right, take your hand off.
Mhm.
I'll turn the fan on again. Okay. All right, so we're just going to go into a visualization now. Can you bring up the camera?
Yeah. Bring me up.
Yeah, just want to see you. All right. And I'm just going to say where we left off. You said it feels too big. And I said, how's that? And you said it's overwhelming.
Overwhelming.
Yeah. And one thing I wanted to say about you there being represented is that you're two-dimensional, right?
The paper, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, and then the other objects, one was metal, tweezers, which is a tool. Yeah. And the other one, you don't quite know what that is, but it's a ceramic
Circle.
circle that is hung.
That
But
is
you don't know-
very breakable.
fragile. Yeah, breakable.
Fragile. No boundaries. It's a circle. Like, well, you know, it's not a complete thing.
Right.
There's
And
no edges, no boundary.
it's not, what do you mean it's not complete?
Like, it's got a hole in it.
Okay. But isn't it designed like that?
Yeah, but like it could break, and like it's just not a very good dad.
Okay, it's not a very good time.
Like, it's, if I dropped it, it would just shatter into a million pieces.
Right. But right now it's complete in the sense that it's not broken. And,
Yeah, and it's hung up, strung up.
and then
Strung
but what's interesting to me is that you don't know its function.
It has no function. I don't even know what that is. Like, I hate knickknacks.
But someone gave it to you, right?
Yeah, and for some reason I kept it.
They gave it to you as a present,
Yeah.
and you never knew what it was?
No, I never asked them. No, Sarah, I got no idea what that is.
You know, I've had things like that before, and you put how I used it was that you put oils on it, and it has a scent.
Does it?
So it
To make it smell good.
infuses the aroma in the room.
I'm gonna do that.
I mean, I don't know if that's specifically what that is, but I have had pendants like that, and that's what they were for, right?
Also, they absorb smell through their porousness.
Yeah, there's
Right.
some element of absorption about it, and then also emanating with the fragrance, right? If you put fragrance in it, like nice, oils, whatever.
Yeah, like I love oils. Yeah, that's actually a good present then.
Yeah. But I'm not sure what, if that's the case with that, but I'm just saying that's my experience of something like that.
Yeah, I should Google it.
Yeah. And okay, so let's do this. So I want you to imagine, you can close your eyes if you like, but
Okay.
I want you to imagine that you're facing your dad.
Dad, yeah.
And can you imagine him in front of you?
Yeah, for sure. I can see him.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then are you able to look into his eyes?
Yeah, brown eyes. Yep.
Yeah. And is he looking at you?
Yeah, straight away.
And what's his expression?
Happy.
Happy.
Really happy.
Happy that you're looking at him.
Yeah, just like really happy.
Yeah. Okay, good. How's that feel to you?
Right.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Can you say to your dad, I see you, Dad?
Hi, Dad, I see you.
Yeah. And what's his face like when you say that?
Really happy.
Yeah. Can you imagine him saying to you, I see you, daughter, Fiona.
Yes.
I'm your
I see
dad.
you. I'm your dad. Yes, he says that. Yep.
Yeah. And how does that feel to you?
Amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah. Dad,
Yeah.
you're my dad. Yes.
Yeah. Feels amazing.
I'm your daughter. Yeah.
Okay. I want you to say this to him. I want you to say, I'm the child and you're
I'm the child and you're the dad.
you're the parent.
You're my parent.
Yeah, the parent. It's like establishing.
Oh,
that
you are the parent.
Yes. It's
Thank you.
establishing your relationship with him as the child.
Yes.
How does that
I
feel?
am your child and you saw me as a baby and you are my dad.
Yeah.
And you are the dad.
And you will always be my dad, and I will always be your child.
Yes. I will always be your daughter. I will always be your child and you will always be my dad.
Yeah.
The dad.
So you understand that even when he passes and you're 90 years old, he's still your father. You're still the child.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Okay. So I just take a breath because I just want you to let that sink in. I mean, I know you know it, but in this moment, like with him there, like you can imagine him there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm going to give you something else to say, but I want you to say it slowly, and I just want you to say it with sincerity, you know?
Yeah.
If you
Like I
can't,
mean,
it's fine. It's fine if you can't. I want you to say to him, Dad, you're the perfect dad for me.
Dad, you are the perfect dad for me.
Yeah. And what's his face look like?
Happy. Yeah, am the perfect dad for you. Yes. Got it. Yeah.
And can you say to him, thank you for my life?
Oh my gosh, thank you for my life, Dad.
Yeah.
I've lived the best life, Dad.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And what's his face look like?
Happy.
Yeah, really happy.
Really happy.
Good. Okay, that's good. Okay. So we're gonna move to your mom.
Yeah.
All right. So I want you to imagine now they're together, your mom and your dad.
Looking at
they're,
each other or not?
well, looking at you, if
Oh, look
possible.
at me. Yeah.
Yeah. So your mom is on the left of your father.
Yeah.
And you're looking now at your mom. Right. So just imagine now that your mom's in front of you. Can you imagine that, Fiona?
Yeah, but she's not straight. Like she's left. Like Dad's in the middle. Like she's on my shoulder.
Okay, interesting. So let's do this. On the board, on the ground right now, I want you to place them like that. So put your mother and father together, the tweezers.
Looking at each other or not?
No,
Look at me.
no. So it's two lines, okay? Two lines.
Yeah. North?
One line is your parents and one line is you. And the two lines are
Oh,
looking
put
at
us in order.
facing each other.
Oh, yeah.
Got it? And then your dad is going to be on the right of your mom.
Yep. He was always on the right of Mum. Yep.
Okay, good. So, and then you're facing them, correct?
In the constellation or in real life?
Both right now.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We're all together, like family meeting.
Good. Got it. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Okay. So you already established your relationship with your father, right?
Yeah. Dad's, yeah, easy.
Yeah, that was easy.
Dad's, I mean, Dad's piece. Yeah. He's easy.
Okay. So now you're gonna look at your mom, all right?
Yeah.
So just imagine if your mom's in front of you.
Yeah. She's not easy.
So stay with it.
Okay.
It's
Blinding, actually. Okay. I'll stay with it.
So can you imagine her? And if you can't, you said before that she was somewhere else, but right now, is she in front of you? Can you imagine her in front of you?
Not directly in front of me, no. Like, but she's off to the left, but she's there. Like if I was the moon, she would be like Pluto, off in the distance.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But the way we set it up on the ground, she's next to your dad, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we're all together in a family meeting.
Right. So transferring from that placement now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is she
Yeah,
able to?
Yeah, I can see now. Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Is she looking at you?
No.
Where's she
No.
looking?
like way out west.
Okay. Okay. So I want you to say to her, Mom, I see you.
Mom, hello, I see you. I see you there.
Yeah. And what's her response? Is there any response?
I can't look at you. You're just too much, too bright, too big. You're just way too much for me.
Okay. Okay. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in the role as your mom. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me just take a minute. All right. Now let's see if we can. All right. So open your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm your mom now.
Okay. Yeah. You look like my mum a bit.
So I want you to say to Mom, I see you. Say,
Mom, I see you there.
say, I'm your daughter.
I am your daughter.
Okay. So I feel a warmth when I look at you. And when you said, I'm your daughter, I was like, oh, yeah, you know.
You remembered.
Yeah, it feels like I'm kind of a little distracted, but I'm able to look at you. And I'm going to say this to you. Yeah. I see you, daughter. I'm almost like trying to get your eyes, but I see you, daughter. I am your mom, and you're my daughter.
Great.
How does that feel to you right now?
Well, I feel like it's a little bit ambushy, but like I get it.
Airbushy, what do you mean?
Ambushed. Like I feel ambushed a bit today. Like ambushed is like someone waiting in the bushes at me and like saying the things, but then might just pounce on me like a cougar.
Okay, do you feel that I'm not insincere when I say that?
I feel like I'm not 100% sure that you're my mother.
Okay, then, well, I'm in the role of your mom, and
you are my mother.
I'm able to look at you.
Okay, that's a good thing.
So there's nothing in here. So, so all this, what I feel like is when you said you're too much and all that, I think that's a projection or like something that you think your mom would say about you, because that's not coming to me. If anything, my thought was like, you're too little, because I could barely find you until you said, I see you, then you got my attention.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Too little as well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I say little, I mean like, you know, invisible.
Yeah, like little, like on my constellation, I'm big, but I'm paper. So like I really, if I had a constellation, I'd be like a tiny little rock or something.
Yeah.
But I picked that though.
Yeah, interesting, because you, with this big eyeball, right? It's almost like you wanting to get their attention.
Yeah. Well, I do have big eyes, so like, yes, that's why I picked it.
Yeah, but you got your dad's attention, and you have your mom's attention. I'm telling you, right? So we're gonna just say what you did to your dad, right? So I want you to say, Mom, you're the perfect mother to me. Mom. Look at me when you say it. Look at me when you say it.
Okay. Mom, I want to point at you. You
are.
I am. You are the perfect mother for me. And it's really hard for me to say that because I'm not sure that she is.
Okay, say it slowly and say it again, and just feel into the words and see if you mean it.
Mom, you are the perfect mother for me.
That feels good. Like, to me, I feel like there's a shift happens.
Okay.
Shift happened. And and I want you to do this now. I want you to say thank you for my life, Mom, and bow as you say it.
Wow. Yeah. Can I just let the cat in? She's just going nuts. Can I just let her in? The cat's at the door and she can't get in. Hang on one.
Okay, hurry up. You're running out of time.
Sorry, she'll just get louder and louder. So I'm bowing.
Just a little bow to your mom and look at her, look at me.
Oh, yeah.
And, Mom, thank you for my life.
Mom, thank you for my life.
You didn't bow.
I thought I did.
I didn't see you do it. Okay. Say it again. Just do it again. Slow,
Okay.
slow. I mean, say the thank you bit.
Okay. I'm really bad at instructions, Sarah. Okay, so do it again. Okay.
Mom, thank you for my
Mom,
life.
thank you for my life.
Bow.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the reason for that is to put you in your place.
As a kid, yes. Yeah.
Not as a kid, as the child, right? Because you're
As
not
a
a kid
child.
anymore. You're an adult.
No.
But you're the child of your parents.
Yeah, exactly.
But you don't act like it. I'm just telling you now.
Not at all. Not at all.
You don't act like it. You act
Damn.
like you're the same as them or older. You act like
Perhaps
almost
like I'm the grandmother and they
exactly,
are very bad.
exactly. And your mom has this postnatal depression and she's bipolar and your dad isn't words. You said something diminishing about your dad.
Yeah, a shit dad.
Shit, yeah, shit dad. Yeah.
Shit
Okay,
dad.
don't say that stuff anymore, Fiona.
Okay. Well, I would never
Yeah.
say it to their face, but it's like moments I feel that a lot.
But it's not going to help you. All right. It's not going to help you because it is really, I'm simplifying it. And I wouldn't normally go into this explanation, but you're a student as well. And it's really important that you get this.
Yeah.
It's really important that you get this, right? So whatever happened in the past, hold on, playing. Whatever happens in the past, you know, either siblings, disappearing grandfather, mother, whatever went on with your mom. The point is, and I said, but you're there, you're sitting there.
And I'm alive.
Yeah, you got your life.
Yeah, and I'm alive, just living my best life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is the gift. That's why you say thank you for my life, because that's the gift that they gave you. And whoever is your real grandfather, he's part of that gift that you got. All your ancestors are. If there was any missing, then you wouldn't be here, right? And when you focus on the gifts, all the other opinions and all the other stuff that you said overwhelms you, right? Just kind of is not so important.
Well, it's just that I get that completely. 41-year-old me gets that for sure. But like, I feel like there's like this 4-year-old me that, and then like the 14-year-old me that is just absolutely enraged by them. So like 41-year-old me is not angry. 41-year-old me like accepts that 41-year-old me forgives it. But that 14-year-old and 4-year-old are just absolutely beside themselves at all times. And
Okay,
like,
so
that's what the thing is for me.
So this is what you do then, right? This is what you do. But we've run out of time.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
But I'm going to tell you how we would continue this, right? Is that your 4-year-old and your 14-year-old, you bring them in as a representation, right?
Arts party, yeah.
Yeah, and you are the one who needs to rescue them. You, the adult you, are the one who needs to tell them, you know, here I am, 42 years old, living my best life. Here I am.
Look them in the eye.
Yeah. And I love you, and I want you to be here with me. Right? You belong here with me in my best life.
Yeah,
right? So that's called a soul retrieval.
Soul retrieval, yeah.
Yeah, because your mom and dad are not going to save you.
Oh no, I've let go of that story a long time ago.
So who's going to do it? You.
Me.
Yeah.
Warrior me.
You have to do it.
Yes.
And you can do it, like I just explained, right? You can, and have a conversation with him, and you say, look him in the eye and say, I love you. You know, look at look at my life now. This is your life too.
Yeah, like we did it. You're
This is
alive.
where you belong. Yeah, this is where you belong, right? And then you become integrated with these aspects of you, which are probably causing havoc for you.
My whole life. Yeah.
Yeah.
The 4 and 14-year-old are like out of control.
Yeah. And now you exactly do what you're doing with your cat.
Yeah.
You hold them, you bring them in, and I'm serious. And so I want you to do that, and I'm going to check in with you in about 3 days.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
And see how you're doing. And if you have any questions, you can email me, okay?
Sounds
You can
good.
email me.
Yeah.
But the next class that I'm going to do, I'm going to talk more about this. It's called the Order of Love.
Okay, yeah.
And it's really, really important. And you'll understand a bit more after that class. But this is good. But I would just focus on the gift right now. And I know it's intellectual, but I just want to say one more thing before we go. That process that you just did, that does something. It does something. What do you mean, what?
What does it do? Like it just like settles everybody down like the cat.
Yeah, settle you down.
Everybody goes like to the cat. Yeah.
Yeah, because the chances of you being there are very, very slim, right? So
being alive?
Yeah. But actually existing. The chances of you actually existing. And you're there because of your parents. You're there because of your grandparents. You're there because of your ancestors.
Yeah. Miracle.
You know, and now it's up to you. Yeah, it's a miracle. And it's up to you how you manage that. What you
And I'm 41.
Yeah.
And I'm 41, not 4 or 14. Like I can do this.
It's interesting how it's all 4. It's 4, 14. Now you're 40 something.
44s. Yeah, there's just all the 4s. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a way of making peace with that. Bring them in, integrate them for 3 days. Just imagine they're with you. And then it will naturally integrate.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Okay. And then, I would suggest, down the road, more constellations for you. But like, this is the primary one. This is where we begin.
I need more.
Yeah. If necessary. If necessary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like with my sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is where we start.
Yeah.
And we'll see how this goes. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
All right. Okay, Fiona, thanks so much. And look, it's really nice seeing out your window and the snow.
Yeah, it's all there. So these are like the oldest plants like in the world outside my window.
Wow. I love it.
Isn't it cool? So I live like in those trees and it's all spring. Can you see all the acacia? So we have like this blackwood acacia and it's all flowering. So the whole forest is in flowers at the moment.
Oh, it sounds gorgeous.
Magic. And just follow there is like this river that comes out of this underground karst system. So it doesn't see any sun. It filters through the mountains and it actually filters out just there behind that screen, that natural screen.
Wow. Yeah.
So it's like complete magic. Like I live in a very magical place.
Yeah, it sounds like paradise.
And there's like waterfalls, like the best waterfalls in the world down there. And then there's like all these mountains.
Amazing.
Yeah. So and I've lived all around the world and I choose to live here, but don't tell anyone, Sarah. Don't tell anyone about how good it is in Mountfield, Tasmania.
All right. Well, thanks for introducing everyone to that. It's lovely.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to end this now. I just want to
Yes.
honor you and your constellation. I'm going to bow to you, and I'm going to leave it with you and remove
Yeah.
myself from any role of the roles.
Yeah, and
Okay.
everybody.
All right. So thank you everybody for watching, and I'm going to end this now. Saying goodbye.
Bye.